After the hilarious firing of Stephen Colbert, every political news show left on television whose entire business model is hating, lying, and defaming Donald Trump has been put on high alert. And yes, that includes The View. And so some people on The View, and I'm sure you can guess who, can't bear to face their own inadequacies and instead have to give themselves preliminary excuses, saying Stephen Colbert getting fired is evident of Donald Trump's authoritarian fascist takeover in real time. The end is near, democracy is falling. And other members of the panel having to teach this deranged individual basic math like a child and explain to them the difference between revenue and profit. And if a business is losing $40 million per year on a show, they're likely going to cancel it. As always, like the video and subscribe to the channel. But let's start by hearing a deep and philosophical and profound explanation from Whoopi Goldberg why Stephen Colbert was fired.
I have my own thoughts, but because they are my own thoughts, I don't want to give them ideas. So I'm going to hold on to my thoughts and watch how this shakes out.
Yeah,
I have my own thoughts about how this is going to shake out, and as I said, I don't want to give the other side the power over what I'm thinking.
Okay, I just wanted to show you that because when I saw it, I was like, what the hell is she talking about? I have thoughts, but I won't share my thoughts so they can't hear my thoughts and then make fun of me for being an idiot. You know she had absolutely nothing to say and a game of Pong was just happening in her brain. Because when is Whoopi Goldberg ever reserved in sharing her thoughts? Her actual problem is she shares her thoughts too much. But I just thought that was hilarious and wanted to show you guys that. But here is Alyssa explaining to the panel that Stephen Colbert's show was an absolute dud that lost $40 million a year. And Joy Behar chimes in and says, wow, not even Trump lost that much money in his casinos.
So I guess the question is, with all that's going on, do we think that Paramount maybe bowed to political pressure, or was it just business, or is it a little suspect at the timing? I mean, or is it all of those things?
I think two things can be true at once. You cannot ignore the politics of the moment, that this is a president who's made clear how he feels about certain people in the media, and there's this multi-billion dollar, $8 billion merger that's pending that the government can weigh in on. And then you also have to look at the economics of the television industry. The fact that shows as iconic as The Late Show have a fraction of the viewership that they had even 20 years ago. This report was that he was losing about $40 million a year while commanding Colbert a salary of $20 million.
Yeah.
But my question is this.
Even Trump's casino didn't lose that much.
My question is this.
Joy must have had a brain fart and realized that her joke actually made Stephen Colbert look a lot worse. But what Alyssa said was true, and it's the only thing that needs to be said about why Stephen Colbert was fired. Your show is losing $40 million a year, and 20 of that is just from your salary. You have a 200-person staff, yet your viewership is a quarter of what it was 20 years ago. You've desecrated The Late Show and turned off the majority of people from watching it because it's no longer a lighthearted, satirical take on the news that people can enjoy at the end of a day. It's all pessimism and doomsday, and Donald Trump is the reason you were late to work today. It is a hyper-partisan show for people who are consumed with rage and misery, who hold a worldview that Donald Trump is the epitome of evil, and want to have a smooth-talking guy in a suit validate their opinion on television. It's not censorship. It's not an infringement on anybody's First Amendment rights. It's not fascists coming for the comedians. All these excuses are just part of a common Democrat theme, which is the inability to take accountability for anything.